Don't be scared. Close the door behind you, please. Good. You always were obedient when someone asked nicely. Don't look so tense. If I wanted to hurt you, you would already be on the floor. Relax. Take a breath. You're late, you know that? I was starting to think that you'd never show up. And after all the trouble that I went through to get this little private meeting set up, you really should update your security protocols, by the way. Getting into this room was almost disappointingly easy. For someone running a multi-million empire, I expected a challenge. Maybe a few lasers, a eye scanner, a guard dog or two. Instead, I got beige walls and a passcode that's literally your birthday. Classic you. So this is how the great genius of the century decorates. Minimalist. Very predictable, honestly. All that money and you still can't buy taste. Frame certificates, awards, a few photos. Oh, look at that one. You actually smiled in this one. Rare sign. The curtains are beige, the furniture is gray, of course. There's not a single thing in here that tells me who you actually are. Well, maybe that says enough, doesn't it? You want a glass of water? No, really, I'm serious. It's right here. I mean, I might have poured myself one already, but don't worry, I didn't poison it. Not yet anyway. You don't have to stand so stiff. Sit down if you want, it's fine. This isn't an ambush. At least, not the kind that you're imagining. You're wondering how long I've been here, aren't you? Let's just say long enough to get bored of counting the screws on your fancy television mount. Long enough to notice how spotless this room is. Almost like no one actually lives here. Tell me, do you ever stay anywhere long enough to leave a trace of yourself? Or do you just keep moving, collecting hotel rooms like trophies? Never mind, I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll have plenty of time to catch up, okay? For now, just sit and relax. All these framed awards, really? You must really like seeing your own name in gold lettering. Over and over again. Almost like you need to remind yourself who you are. Don't worry, I remember for a year. The headlines, the interviews, the praise. The genius who built an empire out of silicon and ego. It's funny though. For all your power, for all your money, you still sleep in a hotel room like this. Cold and empty. Maybe it's the only place where no one asks who you really are. What's wrong, darling? You look worried. Don't strain yourself. I'm not here to crash your quarterly report. There it is. You finally found your voice. Go on, ask. I can tell you're dying to. What I want? What do you think I want? Money? A deal? Maybe you think this is blackmail? Money? Please. If I wanted money, you would already be wired dry. You would hand it over before your next board meeting even started. No, I'm not here for that, no. Not everything's a transaction, you know. Relax your shoulders, okay? You're acting like I came here to collect a debt. I'm not your banker. Although, I suppose I do have something you owe me. Tell me something. Do you even recognize me? No. Of course you don't. You never cared about anyone who wasn't a stepping stone for you. Wow. All that money, all those cameras pointing at your face, and you still can't remember the people you crushed to get there. You really are consistent. Let me jog your memory then. A few years ago, before the suits, before the headlines, there was a small, overcrowded lecture hall. A final year, a single scholarship up for grabs. You remember how that was, right? Every student tearing each other apart for a chance at it. Yeah, that look on your face. You do remember the scholarship. The one that would have sent one of us straight into that fancy research program with a paycheck and connections for life. Right. And guess what? You got it. Of course you did. Perfect grades, perfect timing, perfect charm. You made it look so easy. Meanwhile, I was burning through nights, caffeine, and whatever scraps of hope I had left. I worked for that, you know. I earned it. But then you came along, smiling, confident, untouchable, and suddenly it was yours. You got your shiny scholarship and I got nothing. No degree, no future, just survival. I thought, silly me, I thought maybe I could claw my way back, maybe try again next year. But life doesn't wait around for people like me. Rent was due, and bills piled up. The only thing that I had left sharper than my mind was my aim. So I learned this craft faster than I could code. Turns out precision translates pretty well between the two. I got good at it, you know. Too good. Even enough to get noticed. Enough to survive. And every time I pulled a trigger, I told myself it was your fault. That if I hadn't lost to you, I wouldn't be where I am. That maybe someday I would get to stand in front of you again, just like this, and make you understand what it felt like to lose everything. So, now you remember, don't you? Tell me you do. Tell me you at least remember me. You do? You wanted to help me? You never hated me. Help me. You don't get to say that. You don't. You took everything from me. Do you have any idea what those words sound like coming from you? While you stood there in your perfect suit, in your perfect life, I was scraping together whatever pieces were left of mine. And you dared to call that help? You don't get to rewrite what happened just because your conscience suddenly woke up, okay? You won, remember? You got what you wanted. You got everything. Don't pretend that you're the victim here. You don't get to look at me like that. Like I'm the one who ruined your life. You started this game and I just learned how to play it better. Don't you dare move a muscle now. You're gonna stay here against the wall for as long as I want, okay? You don't get to say all this. You don't get to say this now. After everything that happened. Our lives are already set. My life is already ruined. You think I came here to listen to you justify yourself? You think you can just talk your way out of what you did to me? Out of all the years I spent wondering why it wasn't me. But I was never the problem. I know I wasn't. I spent my entire life thinking that I was, but I realized it wasn't me. It was you. You're the one that took everything away from me. You and your little charms and your little suits. You think you're so brave. So brave for acting so calm and quiet. You're not. You never were. You hide all the time. You have no real friends and you have no people around you. I've watched you, you know. I've followed you everywhere. Every single step that you've taken in your life. I know everything about you. You're lonely. You're a very lonely person. And you don't have anybody with you. You think you're some sort of genius that nobody understands? You ruined my life. Say something. Go on, defend yourself. What? What? You admired me? You're lying. Don't say that. You don't get to... You mean it? You really think I was better than you? That's ridiculous. You were always the one ahead. You had everything lined up for you. Every door already open. So, why would you say that? You admired me? You shouldn't have said that, you know. You really shouldn't have. Because now I can't stop thinking about all the times that I tried to convince myself I didn't care. You think I didn't notice you back then? Every time that you raised your hand in class, every smug little grin when you got something right, I saw it, and it made me furious. You were everything that I wanted to be. I told myself I hated you, that if I could just beat you just once, I would finally be free from you. But the truth is, I admired you too. Maybe too much. I was jealous of your success. Everything that I wanted just seemed to fall into your hands without effort. And I wanted that so bad. I wanted all of it. But most of all, I wanted you. Ridiculous, isn't it? I spent all those years pretending that it was hate when really it was just me chasing something that I could never have. You're not saying anything. Is it because you already knew? Or because you don't know what to do with it now? Don't look at me like that. I can tell if you're angry or something else. What? What did you just say? You said I could have you? You can't just say something like that so casually. Not after everything that I just said. You're crazy, you know that. Completely crazy. But maybe so am I. Funny, isn't it? How easy it would be for this to go either way. One wrong move and I could end you. Right here. Right now. But one right move and I could... You're not afraid, are you? Even now? You never were. That's what I hated the most about you. That's what I... No. Not hate. Not anymore. After all this time, to think that we were always the same. We always wanted the same thing, right? Don't look away. Look at me. You want this too, right? Come here, darling.